name is Allison Pearson, and I'm the creator of A Letter from Jesus on Healing. You see, it all started when I lost a loved one to terminal illness. And during the grieving process, I began to question God in my heart. I began to say, God, if you're a good God, why would you let this happen? Was this your will? Was there something that I could have done to prevent it? And from that point forward, I just began to seek God for answers. I began this quest to get answers to my questions. I began to read the Bible. I would read the Bible every day, and it's funny what happens. As I read, I gained revelation knowledge of the truth of God and His great love for me. And as these truths, as these revelations just came up in me, it was like a fire had been ignited in me, and I wanted to tell everyone, everywhere, what Jesus had done for them. Tell them about the finished work of Jesus. So one day, I said, God, people have to tell them the truth. And I just sat down and I began to write the truths that Jesus had revealed to me in His Word. And the message, it actually came out like a letter, as if Jesus was speaking to an individual directly. It was the same way that I learned the Word, the same way that Jesus spoke to me in the Bible. So now, I would like to share with you some testimonies from some individuals that have been touched by a letter from Jesus.
Just to know that you love me gives me hope to carry on. What can this world do to me?
Hi everybody, my name is Jamie Slocum. I'm a producer, singer-songwriter, and a recording artist here in Nashville, Tennessee. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a letter from Jesus. A letter from Jesus is something that I have grown to really use in my everyday life. Being in the music industry and the entertainment industry, there's so many highs and lows like we all go through in life. And I've found that every day when I head into work or head into the studio, I've been putting the music of A Letter from Jesus into my car and listening to it. And it really kind of sets the tone for the day. It kind of brings me the peace that I'm looking for. If I feel a little bit anxious, it's something that really calms me down. And so I've been really using A Letter from Jesus a lot in my own life. I really encourage you to get your own copy. If there's somebody that you know that might need a letter from Jesus, this is a great opportunity and a great tool for you to get your own today.
Hello everybody, my name is Philip Guzman Jr. and I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I lost 25 years of my life through drugs and alcohol. In that process, I lost my family, I lost connection with my daughter, and I lost my career. So one of the things that would happen while I was out there wrapped up in the world of drugs and alcohol is I always wanted to find a way out. And I would open up the Bible because I know what it has to offer. It's a source of refuge, but it just seemed so overwhelming. I couldn't quite find what I was looking for in that moment. What I found when I opened up A Letter from Jesus was this beautiful CD with this beautiful composition of music. And right alongside of it, this scroll. Once I opened up the scroll and began to read it, I found that these scriptures that in the form of a letter was written right directly towards me. And in that moment, I found hope. And in that hope, I found encouragement. And that encouragement told my heart that I'm gonna make it. I have a chance.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Rothrock, 5-time undefeated world martial arts champion and action film star. I'm really excited to tell you about my experience with A Letter from Jesus. A friend of mine sent me a letter from Jesus, and when I opened the package, I was just amazed how beautiful it was. I loved listening to the CDs, to the music. I put it in my car, and I was going through a little bit of stress at the time, and it just made me feel peaceful. It made me feel gratitude. It made me feel closer to God. I always felt good every time I read the letter or I put the CD in. A few months ago, I got a call that my mom went to the emergency room because she wasn't feeling well. Well, it turned into the next night she had emergency surgery, and they were calling me and saying, your mom isn't going to make it. You need to get in here. I came home and I was just feeling really, really depressed, so I wanted to put in my letters from Jesus just to help me deal with this a little bit better. And I thought, why don't I just send that to her? It's helped me so much, I'm sure it could help her. So I sent it out to her, and the next day I talked to her, she was depressed. The next day, same thing, depressed, telling me she doesn't want to live, that she's not going to live. She wishes I was there. So the next day I call her again, and all of a sudden her whole tone has changed. She's like a young woman. She's laughing and she's going, "Oh, I'm feeling great." And I'm like, "Thank you, God," right? She goes, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "What?" She goes, "I got a package from heaven." I said, "What?" She goes, "I got a letter from Jesus." So at that point I was like, do I tell her I sent it, or do I just not say anything? So I thought, I'm not going to say anything because she was so excited. And she says, "Right now I have my 2 sisters here and my neighbor, and we're all reading the letter and we're listening to the CD, and everybody is just so jealous because I got a letter from Jesus." And I just thought, thank you, to my friend for sending me this, because I really feel this helped save my mom's life. This brought my mom to say, Jesus is with me, he's gonna heal me, I could get over this pain, I'm gonna make it, and her whole attitude on life was completely changed. So I thought, wow, this helped me, this helped my mom, this can help you.
A letter from Jesus has impacted my life so much that I have been encouraged to pass it on to a bunch of my friends, colleagues, people that I know that could use it in their own personal life. Friends of mine that have relationship issues, friends of mine that have maybe parents or loved ones that are sick and in need of healing.
So the letter from Jesus on healing message, it actually evolved into a beautiful healing gift set, which contains the written message in the form of a scroll. And then it also contains a powerful audio dramatized CD, which brings to life the written message. Now, I believe with all of my heart that it has the power to miraculously change your circumstances. And I believe that as you continually listen to the words that Jesus is speaking to you, that you will encounter a manifested presence of God and begin your transformation to healing. So if you would like to find out more about a letter from Jesus on healing, or perhaps you want a copy for yourself or a loved one, or maybe you'd like to share your testimony on how a letter from Jesus has affected you, we would love to hear back from you. So please visit us at lettersfromjesus.com.
Just to know that you love me gives me hope to carry on. There's nothing this world can do. I confess dependence on you, Lord. I confess my dependence on you.